Okay, so my name is Shantanis Lease. I'm a quantum channel. My mom always used to tell me, fuck around and find out. So I've kind of turned it positive and I'm like, let's fuck around and find out. It's kind of my thing. Energy is so much fun to play with. And that's actually basically what I love to do. Let's fuck around, let's have some fun and see what we can do. Identity is a new thing in the last year that I have been playing around with and quantum leaping quite a bit in my own reality. Like I literally just moved and I had no intention of moving. I was actually content where I was. Everything was going great. And then all of a sudden it was like my guides in the universe were like, and go. So when you start doing a lot of this, your whole life basically has to shift as well. Okay. Let me make sure this is right. There we go. So it starts with the energetic, it starts with the identity. When you shift your identity, your physical reality has to follow suit. It could take a few months. Like for me, I went hardcore for 6, 7 months, and then all of a sudden my whole world was like, here you go. And I was like, what the hell just happened? So it's been great. And then my goal for today is that we get to reveal a lot of what you have been carrying maybe for years and years and years so that you can have the quantum leaps, you can have the shifts, and you can get a lot clearer on yourself. And because I am all for the healing, I love to go on steroids and I don't fuck around when it comes to my healing. I'm a bit of a savage, and that's what I love to do. So, and it's all channeled through, it's channeled from your guides and we're gonna have some fun. Now, let me pull up my notes. You guys are gonna have to like work with me on this because I want to get as deep as we possibly can. So again, I forgot to record the beginning. If you're here for the live and you're just showing up, make sure you comment all 3 days. You have to be live all 3 days. Comment because I have something special in store for you. And obviously, you're going to want to comment because if you help me get deeper with you, I can. If you want to get a pen and a journal, we're not doing a whole ton of like, let's do some meditation and some affirmations. I don't do the white girl bullshit. I am a white girl, I can say it. What is it, the white girl fad? I want to get really deep for you. So let me pull my notes up here. I do have some questions for you. So if you want a pen, and I want you to really think these through before we get going, like I know affirmations. So me and affirmations. If you are like hell bent on affirmations, you'd gotta be like, okay, I love that. So I love that I make so much money. I love that da 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 da, whatever it is. Or I am simply deciding. Or I decide, or there's one more that you can have the affirmations work around. I don't like affirmations because you're actually introducing a lot more resistance to your unconscious mind and you're actually making your life a lot harder. That's why they don't work because then your unconscious mind is gonna be like, I'm gonna show you. And it doesn't work. Okay. It just doesn't. Unless you're like, I love that, or blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right, are we ready to start? Let's do this. So I have some questions. Okay, first question. Let me just pull out my notes here. Um, and you can write this. I want you to write this down in your notepad because I want you to be able to come back to it, and then you can tell me where we're so I can get deeper after. Okay. So I want you to think about. I might have to actually do this. Okay, so who have you learned to become around money? So I want you to notice I didn't ask, what do you want? Because I already know you want more, right? More money, more freedom, more support, more choice, more spaciousness, more experience, right? Maybe you want millions. Okay. Maybe you simply want enough money that checking your bank account doesn't create tension in your body. So there's no correct desire, right? That's not what I want. What I'm interested in is only what you consciously desire, right? I'm interested in who are you when money enters the room? So, who have you learned to become around money? Who are you when money enters the room? Who are you when there's a lot of it? Who are you when money enters the room? Who are you when there's a lot of money. And I want you to like we're gonna go through quite a few. So who are you when there's a lot of money? How does your body respond? What happens in your mind? What are the thoughts that come up? So I want you to feel into that for me. And I'm gonna call in everyone's guides while you guys are answering these. And I just want to add, because this work is working with your guides specifically, if you are, okay, make sure you write it down because I want you to see this afterwards. So if you have a journal, a piece of paper, whatever you can have, write it down, please. But this is across time and space. So even when you guys are watching the replay, you can get deeper into this. This will help you consistently. And that's why there's so many days that I want of the replay, because then you have that access to me and you can constantly shift. Because what you say today, once you start the replay in a few days, you might give completely different answers. Yes, you have to comment in the chat every day. I don't care what your comment is, but it has to be in the chat because that way I can track who's all showed up live. If you don't comment, I don't know that you're here. Okay. All right. Who are you when there's not enough money? Okay. And while you're answering these, I'm going to start shifting because your guides are coming in strong already. And I know this is scheduled for an hour, but I might need 2 hours to get through this. So if you can't be here for the full two, I realized it actually when I was started setting everything up for what I was exactly going through. I was like, shit, I think I need 2 hours. So it's gonna be, I like to kick ass and yeah, good luck. Perfect. Write down that reaction. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm not used to doing Fridays. I'm used to having like a lot of more people in these. Okay, next question. Who are you when somebody wants to give to you? So what's your response? How do you react? Like, are you miss scarcity? Are you, oh, now I can't, like, oh, I'm not allowed to receive. Like, no, no, that's not safe. Like, who do you become when somebody wants to give to you? Uncomfortable. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude, like overwhelmed in a good way or a bad way. Oh, a bad person. Gracious. Okay. I feel stressed and anxious. Usually deflect. Ooh, all that. Look how clear you're getting already. Okay. The underdeserver or undeserved. Oh, I like that. Only use what you need. Justify what you use. Oh, give away. Oh my goodness. I love it. Have to figure it out on my own. Oh. And then if you don't like, I don't know how familiar everybody is with light language. I talk a lot of light language. It helps shift the energy, and y'all are bringing up a lot. So it's kind of going to be a constant thing throughout the next few days. Hesitant, resistant. Yeah, absolutely, I can. Who are you when somebody wants to give to you? And you can give that an identity. Who do you feel like you become when someone wants to give to you? Because we're going to start stacking those identities. Okay, so while you're answering these, I want to kind of explain wealth identity, okay? So your wealth identity is the version of you that has learned what money means, how money works, what feels normal to have, what you're allowed to receive, and what you believe you have to do to get it, and who you believe you're allowed to become when you have it. And a lot of this is unconscious, okay? You didn't necessarily sit down at the 7 years old with a journal and decide, okay, I'm going to believe money is difficult, right? You absorbed, you observed, you experienced, you adapted. And eventually, certain ways of relating to money became normal, right? That's important because there's a difference between your financial circumstances and your identity. A number in your bank account isn't who you are, debt isn't who you are, your income isn't who you are, a difficult financial season isn't who you are. But your reactions, your patterns, your choices, your expectations, and behaviors around money can give us information about what you've learned to expect and what feels familiar. So today, that's why we're going underneath the number. Okay, next question. Who are you when you receive an unexpected bill? Oh, is it enough that we think about it, or do we need it to in the chat for shifting it? I don't need it in the chats. I need you to comment at least once today, but I don't need all of it in the chat yet. But I want you to write it down. I want it in a journal because I want you to see it. When we start seeing it, all of a sudden it's like, oh, and you can actually shift it so much easier. So if you don't feel comfortable sharing, you don't have to until I tell you, well, I want you to comment. But for all those who are live, to get the little bonus that I have for my people that are live, all 3 days, you have to at least comment once. I feel scared and overwhelmed. I panic, frustrated because it proves I am not managing very well. I panic when an unexpected bill arrives. Okay, receiving an unexpected bill, my reaction is, ugh, love it. Feel worried, anxious when I have an unexpected bill. Okay. The feeling of being worthy comes from brainwashing, mind control. Yes, that's exactly it. Lost. Makes so much sense. Okay. All right. Ready for the next one? Who are you when an opportunity appears? Random opportunity that you didn't see coming. And remember, I want you to feel these. As you answer these, feel them because the little pinch in your body, the little spike of emotion, maybe your nervous system just like panics, whatever it is, it could be calm, it could be overwhelmed, it could be happy, like it could be anything. But I want you to feel it. It doesn't matter what kind of opportunity. Doesn't matter. Who are you? Something good when an opportunity arrives. Siento corriente, requiente. Okay. Safe, nervous, panic, but get excited. Perfect. Okay. Who are you when you have more money than you're accustomed to having? And I want you to feel it because if you try and bypass it and be like, oh, I'm fine with it, but your whole nervous system is screaming, going, oh no, this isn't safe. Get this out of here. We're not allowed to have this much. We can only have this much. So I want you to feel it. Are you like instantly trying to spend it the second you have it? Okay. Who are you when you have more money than you're accustomed to having? Hold on. I'm just gonna pause my mute myself for just a second. Sorry, my daughter is making food and I'm like, you're really loud. I have a new office and her bedroom is now right across from it. So, and the kitchen's like right there. So it's just, okay, let me see these. I start wanting to pay bills and look for courses to do. Right, instantly. It's like, okay, let's get this out of here. Relieved, can breathe. Okay. How long do you hold it? When you have more money than you're accustomed to having come in, how long can you hold it without spending it on something? Hours, minutes, days, few months. Wow. There's always plans for it. Ooh, yeah. Okay. See, this is the goal, you guys. Up to 2 years. Damn. Okay. A few months and then the plan and then the plans for it. Okay. Months. Feel free, feel kind of protective of it. All right. Oh, if you feel protective of it. Ooh. Do you let money flow through you and you circulate it, or do you hold on to it like it's you're like, if I let this go, it's going to disappear? Like, what is the emotion that, or are you like, oh no, I trust money. It constantly flows. Money's always coming in. Yes, spending is circulating. You're starting to trust it. Okay. Feel safe keeping the money. Money flows. Okay, perfect. All right. Who are you when you think about becoming genuinely wealthy? Because that version of you tells me far more than a vision board ever could. Who are you when you think about becoming genuinely wealthy? Okay. I have to spend right now. My mom needs, and my brother's in the hospital. Okay. Both circulate and feel like I should make it last and be wise with it. Okay. I've arrived. Happy, at ease, freedom, more self-confident. I feel joy and excited, feeling free and at peace, taken care of. I want to share, ready, okay, generous. I feel safe. I feel at peace. I think. Ahora siento lo corriente. Beautiful, beautiful. Ahora siento la quien siente. All right. So we're gonna go forward a little bit. And again, I'm probably gonna need a couple hours. So if you're like, oh my God, we're wasting time on not doing healing, don't worry. I fucked up when I just said an hour. So this is conscious desire, okay? So you can consciously want something and simultaneously, there you go, that's the right word, simultaneously have another part of you that doesn't know what the fuck to do with it, okay? So you can consciously say, I want $10,000. I want $100,000. I want $1,000,000. I want financial freedom. I want support. I want ease. I want to receive. And simultaneously, somewhere underneath that desire, money might mean, and I want you to feel this when I say it, okay? Feel into these. Pressure. What do you associate money with? Pressure, responsibility, loss, judgment, visibility, hard work, conflict, being different from your family. Being responsible for everybody. Having something to lose. Becoming greedy. Outgrowing people. Or simply stepping into something completely unfamiliar. So I want to hear this. Wanting more, I want you to hear it. Wanting more and being available for more aren't necessarily the same thing, okay? And we're going to investigate it today. Not to judge, okay? There is no judgment allowed in this at all when we do this, because you will shut your system down. No judgment, but we want to reveal. So I want you to write down each of the ones, and I can say them again if you need me to. I want you to write down each one that you noticed an emotional spike, okay? All right, I will go through them again. Okay, so feel into underneath the money desire, okay? Money equals is how I want you to think about this. Money might mean pressure. Feel into it. See if it resonates. Responsibility. Loss. Judgment. Visibility. Hard work. Conflict. Money means being different from your family. Being responsible for everybody. Having something to lose. Becoming greedy. Outgrowing people. Or simply stepping into something completely unfamiliar. Yeah, money, I notice the problem isn't about money itself, it's about getting it taken away. Money is hardly ever about money. Very rarely is it actually about money. Once you start like dealing with the underlying issues, more come up, especially as you start scaling. Stepping into something completely unfamiliar is the last one, which is scary to the nervous system. You know what, the thing is familiarity is, even if it's shitty, it sucks, and you're like, I hate this. It is safer than something that's unfamiliar. So even if whatever's unfamiliar could be 10 million times better, it's not safe. Yes, this is a lot of core ones. So just notice which ones really hit you. But you may gotta make sure you're feeling them, because if you've been stuck for years, do you want to keep being stuck? Like, let's be real here. No. Yeah, the last one is unfamiliar. All right. I can give you another second to make sure you have them written down because I want you to know, and I want you to remember this because if you go and do this again, say in a few days from now, you might get completely different responses. You might notice today things trigger and you're like, oh my God, like every single one of these resonated. What the hell's wrong with me? I'm broken or something. No. You're just revealing what's been going on under the surface and what's been keeping you stuck. So now that you're bringing the awareness there, you can shift it. Yeah. Okay. So let's go into your hidden wealth ceiling. And this is where I need you to have a pen and paper. I know you probably already have them, but I need, like, this needs to, you need to be able to draw this. So on a different page, on its own personal page, I want you to draw a horizontal line across the page. Okay. Please draw a horizontal line across the page. Okay, once you have the line, I want you to write above the line, okay? What you're gonna write, what I say I want. Underneath the line, I want you to say, I want you to write what feels familiar. You guys are just bringing up, like, I see a lot of grid systems, right? You're just bringing up like insane amounts of grid systems. It's fucking awesome. This is going to be epic when I really get in collapsing them. It's going to be epic. Okay. So above the line, what I say I want. Below the line, what feels familiar. Now, write what you consciously want. Okay? Above the line. Don't make it spiritually appropriate. Okay? What do you fucking want? Okay? Maybe it's an amount. Maybe it's freedom, a home, travel, generational wealth, never worrying about bills again, supporting your children, receiving without constantly working, having choices. Whatever wealth means to you, write it down above the line. Okay, I want you to pick what's the main thing. I want you to pick like what really stands out to you. What is the main number one thing you really want? Write that above the line. Your guides are screaming at me like, start collapsing the fucking grids. Okay, it's great. I love it. Okay, we're gonna start while they, because they know what needs to be happening. All right, once you have that written, underneath the line, what actually feels familiar, okay? So this is not what you want. What have you repeatedly experienced? Think about that. Because sometimes there is a gap between wealth we consciously desire, and the financial reality our identity recognizes as normal. Okay? And that gap can reveal a wealth ceiling. A wealth ceiling doesn't have to be one magical dollar amount. It can be the level of having, receiving, keeping, ease, support, expansion, or responsibility that feels familiar to your current identity. So what I want you to be honest. This is where your physical reality comes into play. Okay, your physical reality is a projection of your internal. So you can't bullshit your way out of this. And I know people, you know what, I've been done enough of these people love to bullshit their way out, but they stay stuck. I want you to be truly honest with you. Looking at your current reality, what actually feels familiar? What have you repeatedly experienced? And be so freaking honest. Always looking for the next job. Unforeseen blocks to manifestation. Some juicy nausea going on. It's going to be good. Up and down, no consistency. I love your honesty. Thank you. Beautiful. And this is what we're shifting. The more honest you can be with you, this is what's going to help shift everything. Worrying about paying bills and worrying about future payments. Okay, so now you know. So I want you to just like, let me show you how subtle this can be. Okay, maybe money comes in and suddenly you find 20 things you need to buy. Maybe you finally get ahead and somehow another financial obligation appears. Maybe somebody offers to help you and you immediately go, no, 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 no. I've got it. I've got it. It's fine. I've got it. Maybe an opportunity arrives and you procrastinate, second guess it, talk yourself out of it. Maybe you make more money and your spending immediately rises to meet the new amount. Maybe you're constantly rescuing everyone else financially. Maybe you're fantastic at giving and deeply uncomfortable with receiving. Maybe you want wealth, but secretly judge wealthy people. I see that a lot. Maybe you say you want ease, but your entire identity is built around being the person who works harder than everybody else. Maybe you say you want support, but you're proud of needing nobody. Maybe you want more than anyone in your family has ever had. And somewhere inside you, there's guilt about surpassing them. Maybe you finally experience financial calm, and instead of relaxing, you start looking for the next problem. None of this makes you bad, okay? None of it. It makes it information. So here's the next big question I have for you. What financial reality keeps repeating in your life, even though you consistently say, I want something different? What financial reality keeps repeating in your life, even though you consistently say, I want something different? And I want you to write that down on a different page. I want you to write that down. Don't edit it. Don't give me your polished answer, okay? Give yourself the uncomfortable one. I'm going to put this question in the comments so that you can keep, because sometimes I need to be able to like constantly reflect. What financial reality keeps repeating in your life, even though you unconsciously say, I want something different? I did put it in the comments for you. And I'm going to give you a few minutes on this one. And I'm going to start collapsing grid systems. I want you to feel this and give a detailed answer. I'll give you a few minutes. Quiero siento lo corriente la siente. No lo entiendo corriente, no lo corriente. Get deep. How does it make you feel? No lo siento lo corriente la siente. What comes up in your body when you think this through? La corriente la siento, lo corriente la quiente la se. Leno corriente aquí, aquí, aquí. And just because I had a lot more people come in, those of you that comment, that are all showing up live and you comment today and you're here all 3 days. You have to be here all 3 days together. I have a special surprise for you at the end of the 3 days. Oh, I'm totally doing, I don't know what it's doing, but it caught my hand and it was like, I don't know how to make it go away. Okay, I keep myself in debt, use credit cards, continue to spend more debt every time I pay it off, can't hold on to it and save for future, spend all I have. I feel like I can never stop, always generating and working and just can't enjoy life, always earning the same amount of money per month. And when a bit more money comes in, I think I know I can work a bit less. So at the end, I have the same amount of money again. Frustration, in and out with no leftover. Frustrated, we'll have waste money on something that didn't help build what I thought. I get nervous and my jaw cat clenches and my third chakra gets tight, not having an emergency fund. Okay. Okay, make sure you guys are writing this down in your personal, okay? I want you to remember this because honestly, being able to come back and reflect is huge. Okay, I'll give you another minute. It's like some of you had grid systems. So like grid systems are just energy, okay? So it's like I see things in codes and grid systems. And the grid codes run through the grid systems because I know I say it and I confuse a lot of people. But basically everything, emotions, a grid system. Any energy is basically built with grid systems. Like this is a grid system. Everything's a grid system because that's all energy is, right? It's moving and it's built grids and codes. And so a lot of you have grid systems that are running these wounds and these realizations that you're having that have been unconscious. And now they're kind of coming out, and it's like you guys are slowly shifting because just having that awareness is allowing it that space to shift. And so it's like half the grid system is like they're slowly collapsing. So it's like just that consciousness and letting your guides unhook and take out the codes that are not serving you. Oh, hold on, my cat is trying to eat the door. Heaven forbid I closed the door. Eh, we don't close doors in this house because she has a shit fit and she will try and eat the door to get in. Haciendo corriendo, corriente. Oh, haciendo reciente, era corriente. I don't know. I don't want to know how a door tastes. Era corriente, reciente, era corriente, era. Archior, reciente, lo ayashento, ayaquiente. Are you good now? Content? Okay, good. All right. So now we're going to go deeper. Okay, you've written this down. I want you to ask, what did money mean in the environment that raised me? Okay, I'm going to put that in the comments for you. What did money mean in the environment that raised me? So, not only what did my parents tell me, what did you observe? What did you feel? Was money fought about? Was money hidden? Did one person control all of it? Was debt terrifying? Were wealthy people criticized? Was struggle celebrated? Was working yourself into exhaustion considered honorable? Was receiving help considered weak? Did someone always sacrifice? Oh my goodness, there's a lot of this. Did money arrive and immediately disappear? Did having beautiful things mean you were showing off? Was there an underlying message? People like us don't have money. We can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard. Rich people are greedy. Don't get too big for your boots. Be grateful for what you've got. Maybe nobody explicitly said any of those things. Maybe you simply watched. Children are incredible observers. So we learn what appears normal long before we're old enough to question whether we want to keep living that way. So what did money mean in the environment that raised me? Money was unstable. Money doesn't grow on trees. Yes, money doesn't grow on trees. Okay, that's a big one. I've heard that one too, actually. But I had to be careful. I couldn't ask for stuff because I never got it. Others always needed something more than I did. Ooh, money doesn't grow on trees, and you have to work hard for what you've got. My dad was a global bankster, so I thought it was the root of all evil. Ooh, damn. Yeah, let's be clear in that. Money was tied to education. Oh, one of those. Ugh, not enough. I wasn't allowed to have my mother, or sorry, I wasn't allowed to have. My mother was the one who controlled it. You know what's funny? And I don't know if it's good or bad on it. I just don't really think honest about it, to be honest with you. I know the difference between like my childhood and my daughter's childhood. Very, very drastically different, obviously. But even when I go like around my dad and I go to their house and like him and his girlfriend are there, and my daughter's so open with money because I'm so open about money because I didn't grow up in a home that was open about money. And we struggled. It was like money was to be renovated with and to fix up, but then we sell once we renovate and have a nice house. You can't actually have it, you can't keep it. And I laugh because my daughter went in, like, just goes into my wallet, and if she wants money, she just takes it. Like, obviously not like out of a, oh, I can do whatever I want. No, she asks. Or she'll just like go get it. Or she'll go to the store and she'll just take my wallet with her. And like it's so open where it's like, oh, you need something. Okay, yeah, let me know. And sometimes, of course, it's no, like we're not excessive. And then she'll be like, but I have my own money. Can I? And so, like, there's obviously some boundaries, but we have such an open relationship with it. And I remember being at my dad's and all that. And my dad's girlfriend was like, oh my God, my kids would never, they were not allowed to go into my purse. Cause I was like, why? I don't care. I'm not hiding anything. She needs money. She needs money. Just go grab it. If you want something, she asked for it. I don't give a shit. Okay. And so that's very much my attitude. And then she went to school last year. She went to school and she brought money. She raised a bunch of money for a fundraiser for the school. She did a lemonade stand and she wanted to donate all the proceeds to it, right? And she worked her ass off in the rain, might I add. And it was awesome. She did it. She was proud of it. And then she had something extra and she tried to give it to someone. And the teacher told her, like, no, you can't do that. Like, you need to save your money. You need to keep your money. And she goes, why? Like, not that she can't save it because she does save it, but she's just like, "Ugh, why can't I give it to somebody? I can just make more." Like, so freaking whatever about it that I was like, wow, like the difference in, because that's my mentality. Money circulates. And I've done a lot of healing to get myself there, but money circulates. So it's like, well, I'll just make more. Okay, sure, whatever. And it's a very different mentality versus like, oh, my kids would never, or oh, we don't speak about that. And I had to explain that to the teacher, and I was like, sorry. So I just had to tell my kid, like, you can't take money and give it to school. Like, everybody has different viewpoints, obviously, as you can see. Siento. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so this part, again, another page in your journal. You're gonna do a little prompt here. So you're gonna start with growing up, money meant, and finish that sentence as many times as you can. Okay, so for an example, growing up, money meant stress, money meant fighting, money meant freedom, money meant control, money meant power, money meant love, money meant absence, money meant hard work, money meant survival, money meant safety, money meant something I wasn't supposed to talk about. Whatever comes up, as many as you can. Growing up, money meant. Write those down. Growing up, money meant. Money meant all the way. She must have left. ¿Qué Andorra siente? Rompiendo corriente. Aquí la lonto la quiete. Money meant root of evil and hard work, shouting, fighting, and love. Money meant to work hard to have money. Make sure you're writing them down in your journal. Ahora siento lo corriente de quiente. Go. Corriente de siento lo corriente. Quiero siento. Ahora siento lo. Mm, 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 mm. My mother worked her ass off to provide for 3 kids and a nice home. Can't get money unless I work hard. Arreciente, 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 as many as you can. Dino correntiente. Aliacore, ariacoriaca. Okay. Now, next part. Wealthy people were. Finish it. Don't overthink it. Just wealthy people were. Corriente lo siente. Tiene corriente aquí. Arrantiendo loco. Aleco, arraciente, arraciendo lo corriente. Hey. Dio corriente lo corriente. Here we go. Wealthy people were arrogant, elite, lucky, out for themselves, greedy, lucky. Wealthy people were lucky, okay. Arrogant, out of reach, out of my scope. Out of reach, or blessed, or educated, arrogant and snotty. I felt really uncomfortable going into a fancy hotel like I didn't belong there. Ooh, disrespectful. Another species. Oh, look at that. So how do you expect to become wealthy if that's how you see wealthy people unconsciously? Judged, envied, looked down upon, greedy, better than us. Okay. Free, enjoying life. Who do you think you are? Ooh. I know. Yes, you do have greedy people who are wealthy and some are poor. Like, yes, absolutely. But it's what your unconscious mind believes instantly. And that's where your wounding is. Because if you see wealthy people as someone like doesn't care about others, well, that's how you're going to see yourself if you have wealth. Okay, next one. To receive money, I learned I had to. Finish it. To receive money, I learned I had to. Don't think, just let it come up. Oh, I'm so sunburnt. Everything's itchy still. To receive money, I learned I had to work hard. Sacrifice freedom and what I want. Work hard, be controlled. Lo siento, lo corriente, lo siente. Araquialala, alequialala, araquieto. Lo siente, lo araquiento, loco. Put up with crappy jobs and horrible bosses. Oh, what a good one. Do what everyone else expected. Give up my freedom. Feel like I was charity. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I can feel it shifting. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing so fucking epic, just so you're aware. Like, oh, love it. Okay, next one. Our final question. People like me are supposed to, and let whatever come through, okay? People like me are supposed to. People like me are supposed to help others, work hard and still be poor. Ooh, put up and shut up. Damn, suck it up and let it be. Be silent. Not having much more I need for living. Ooh, have their shit together to serve for free. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you something just because that one. Ooh, be selfless. A friend of mine always says, what is her saying? I'm trying to think of how it is. Basically, get none, or how does it go? Give none. I can't even think of it. It's like slipping my mind. I can see it, but I can't, the words aren't coming. But mine is always like equal energetic exchange. Equal energetic exchange. So I used to, because obviously I've done energy work for so many years back in my day of doing Reiki, way back in the day. Um, I used to give sessions for free constantly, and even to the point of like my own detriment, because I just had to help people. I just had to help people. I just had to help people. It was a whole thing. And I would do it, and then I'd be resentful and upset, and I felt like I was being used. But I had this gift. I was supposed to share it. I was supposed to do it. And what I lacked to realize was equal energetic exchange. If there is not an equal energetic exchange, you're not helping them. And that's for energy, everything. Everything comes with some kind of exchange, whether it's through money, through gifts, through gratitude. There always has to be some kind of energetic exchange, and like that doesn't always mean like if you do something for someone, they instantly have to give back to you. Sometimes it's you do something for someone and the universe gives back to you. The universe takes care of you. But especially in energetics, if you can understand, you get nothing for nothing. That's what it is. You get nothing for nothing. There is no equal energetic exchange. You will deplete yourself. So, like, if I'm not, because I have a business, if I'm not charging enough and I'm working my ass off, there's not an equal energetic exchange. And that's where a lot of people actually like starting businesses. I used to run into the same issue. I didn't want to be more money because, oh my goodness. But then I'm getting run down and exhausted, and I'm not having that equal energetic exchange. Therefore, I'm not actually helping someone to the level that I can. And so everything comes with some kind of equal energetic exchange, but you get nothing for nothing. We belong in the working class and stay there. Okay, so some of the identities, we're gonna go into some survival wealth identities. Okay, so some of the identities you're about to recognize. Okay, you may have been incredibly useful, like they may have been incredibly useful at one point in your life, and you just have uncovered a lot about yourself. Remember, we're revealing today. They help you navigate the reality you knew, but an identity that helped you survive an old reality isn't automatically an identity that can create your new one. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples. Don't obsess over finding your perfect category. Listen, okay? This one you need to listen and feel. Listen for what makes your body go, fuck, that's me. Okay? So listen and feel. Now, the first one, the hustler. The hustler believes if I want more, I have to do more. Rest can feel irresponsible. Ease can feel suspicious. Receiving without exhausting yourself can almost feel undeserved. You might consciously want freedom while unconsciously creating circumstances that require you to keep proving how hard you can work. So if that resonates for you with you, feel it, see if it resonates, write it down. The hustler. Next one, the hyper independent one. This identity says, I've got it. And you can have multiple, remember. I've got it. I don't need anybody. I'll carry it. I'll solve it. I'll pay for it. I'll figure it out. And that identity is asking for abundance while simultaneously rejecting one of abundance's biggest expressions, support. And that's the hyper independent one. Feel it. Okay, the next is the scarcity protector. This part says, be careful, don't spend, don't risk. What if something happens? Even when there's enough, the body may still behave as though catastrophe is around the corner. It's the scarcity protector. Okay. Next one, the overgiver. This person can give beautifully, beautifully. Money, time, energy, support, attention. But receiving, oof, suddenly we're uncomfortable because giving can create control. Receiving requires openness. So feel it. Te siento lo corriente. Y lo corriente era quieto. Te siento lo corriente. Okay, the next one. The prover. The prover has quietly connected achievement with worth, worthiness. More success means I'm good enough, I'm valuable, I matter. So money isn't simply money anymore, it's evidence. And when money becomes evidence of worth, every financial fluctuation can start feeling deeply personal. It's the prover. Okay, the next one, the spender or escaper. Sometimes having extra money itself can create discomfort. So money arrives and somehow disappears. I know a lot of you are this because you told me. Not necessarily because you're irresponsible. Sometimes returning to the familiar creates temporary relief. So the spender or escaper. Siento lo que la quietera. All right, the next one is the dreamer. The dreamer loves possibility, vision, manifestation, the future, but grounded action, decision, being seen, taking the risk. Suddenly things get murky. Dreaming keeps the reality possible without requiring you to become the person who actually lives in it. And I know for a fact a lot of you are this, the dreamer. And that's why I wanted you to be so bloody fucking honest with yourself today. Because if you're honest with yourself, it doesn't let you fall into this identity. I feel all of your energy is just starting to like, oh, it's like it's understanding. All right, next is the comfortable one. This one is sneaky, okay? Things aren't terrible, but you're not what you really want either. Like things are not what you really want. Yet they're predictable, and sometimes predictability feels safer than extraordinary. Ahora siento lo corriente, and that's the comfortable one. Ahora siento lo corriente. So make sure you write those down. Which one hit you? And I want you to drop it in the chat. Which one is the strongest? The hustler, the hyper independent, the scarcity protector, the overgiver, the prover, the spender, the dreamer, or the comfortable one? And maybe three hit you, and that's okay. Those aren't diagnoses, they're mirrors. We're asking, what strategy have I been using around money? And if you know me, you know I love strategy. I'm here for the strategy. All right. Yeah, I knew the dreamer was going to be a big one. I knew it. Overgiver and hyper independent, the dreamer, the scarcity protector. Oh, I had more than one. Yeah. And because you're gonna have the main one, and then you're gonna have the underlying ones. And these identities are contributing to why you are where you are and not where you want to be. Independent and spender, hustler, dreamer, independent, scarcity protector, hyper independent and scarcity protector, a few of them. Hustler, hyper independent, overgiver, dreamer, overgiver. Yeah, hyper independent, the uncomfortable one, beautiful. Ahora siento la corriente, an overgiver. Now dreamer, prover. Overgiver, the comfortable one, spender, very a dreamer. Yeah. So now you know your identities that you have been acting from. So I had a client yesterday. It was amazing. And I don't even know how it came out, but we were talking, and I basically told her, like, the reason that activations, and I love activations, you all probably know that. At least if you know me, you know that. I love doing activations, but if you don't have the capacity and you're running on old grid systems, old code systems, and you don't have capacity in your energy field for that activation to actually go, that's why you don't shift. That's why you go to the free things. That's why you do all the stuff where it's like, oh, you just need this activation, that activation, it'll help. No, because if you don't have the capacity for it in your energy field, and you have all these grid systems that are taking up like all these identities and these codes that are like, this is how we act, this is what we do, and you're all that create all of your belief systems. You can try and activate something, but until you start collapsing what needs to be collapsed, darling, it doesn't matter what activation you do, because you have to look at the root cause. What is actually happening? What identity are you holding? Because you can collapse and activate and do things, but if you refuse to let go of the identity, you're going to stay where you are. Okay. We're going to go deeper now. And I don't want you answering these questions from your mind alone, remember? Notice your body, notice resistance, and notice where you immediately want to say, no, that's not me. Okay. Curiosity. That's what I want. Be curious. So, question one. When I imagine having significantly more money than I have now, what happens inside me? Excitement, expansion, tightness, disbelief, pressure, nothing. Just notice. When I imagine having significantly more money than I have now, what happens inside me? Feel unsafe, excitement, joy, exciting, so many opportunities, questioning it, expansion, freedom. Okay. Feel it where you feel it in your body. Okay. Feel these. Can have fun, creative, beautiful. Okay. Next one. Feel this. What amount of money feels exciting? Give me that first. What amount of money feels exciting? And what amount of money starts to feel unrealistic, uncomfortable, impossible, or not for someone like you? And don't judge the number. Find the edge. That's what we're looking for. Find your edge. Don't go, oh yeah, $1 million feels so exciting and I can hold that. And when you're just like, get fucked, like really, your whole identity in your system's like, liar. Really want you to be honest. What amount of money feels exciting? And what amount starts to feel unrealistic, uncomfortable, impossible? Make sure you have it specified. Which is the one that's feeling realistic and exciting? What amount starts to feel unrealistic? Okay. Is that yearly or monthly? Lo siento, no consciente. Okay, anything over 5,000 monthly feels impossible. Over 50K unreal yearly. 100K exciting, 1 million realistic, both yearly. Okay. Are you announcing your presence? Okay. Now that you have your, now we're gonna go to the next. Okay, so what do I believe I would have to do differently to become genuinely wealthy? Work harder, become someone else, be more visible, sacrifice, take care of people. What is it? What do I believe I would have to do differently to become genuinely wealthy? Time travel. You know what? Time travel is actually fun. Just gonna be honest with you. I work a lot in time. That's one of my favorite things. Okay, wait. I'd like to answer the last question, but all over the place. What do you mean? Which one? The money one or okay. Become more visible, heal my blocks and scarcity, believing I have to work hard, believe in my abilities, learn how to invest and place money, more visible, building more relationships with the film industry, become younger. Ooh, decided is done, more visible. Stop fighting and rebelling, okay? Marry money, I'm too old to earn it. That's so good. I love it. You know what? I make good money and I'm working on scaling. I will never give my business up for no one or nothing. I love doing what I do. It's my passion, it's my sole purpose, it's my everything. But when I do finally decide to let a man into my life, he's got to have his own money because I ain't nobody's sugar mama. Okay. All right, next question. What am I afraid might happen if I become significantly wealthier? Don't answer with what you're supposed to want. What could wealth cost you? Belonging, privacy, relationships, freedom, your identity. What or would people expect things from you? Would people judge you? Would you be afraid of losing it? So, what am I afraid might happen if I become significantly wealthier? Ooh, family could get kidnapped. Ooh, maybe afraid to lose it. People would want handouts. Losing privacy, people wanting handouts, safety and connection with my family. I'll spend too much. Freedom and well-being, not safe. Afraid of being judged. That too, the handouts. Okay, beautiful. Look at you guys go. All right, next question. Who might I outgrow, disappoint, intimidate, surpass, or become different from if I allow myself to become truly wealthy? I'll read it again. Who might I outgrow, disappoint, intimidate, surpass, or become different from if I allowed myself to become truly wealthy? Okay. Who might I outgrow, disappoint, intimidate, surpass, or become different from if I allow myself to become truly wealthy? I'm just going to put it in the chat for you. Just feel it. This is one that you don't really realize until it sneaks up on you. So feel this one. Who comes up into your mind? Just allow it to be what it is. No judgment. No, oh, I'm scared if I hurt somebody's feelings. I don't want to admit it. This is not about them, it's about you. I'm living that anyways. Okay. What do you mean by is this ecological? Ecological. My brain is not processing that. Yeah, it can be yourself. You feel like you'll disappoint yourself. Oh, my sister's already told me she is waiting for me to hit the windfall so I can support her. Well, that's one way to keep wealth from coming to you. Ugh, hell no. Hell no. Siento lo corriente la quiente. Siento. All right. Question. Next question. What do I repeatedly do when I receive more money than normal? Notice the pattern. So this one's all about the pattern. I know we've gone over this a bit. So I want you to be clear on your pattern. What do I repeatedly do when I receive more money than usual? I'm just going to bring in the Syrian Wealth Council and the Pleiadian Wealth Council just because I've been working with them in wealth quite a bit. And they're just going to assist in helping collapse a lot more because your guides are doing like a really good job at collapsing a lot of these grid systems. But I want to accelerate some of this. because tomorrow I know a lot more is going to come up and I want to be able to go deep. Tomorrow's not a full day of questions, I promise. It's just today was the reveal. I'm trying to think, what do I have for tomorrow? Yeah, recalibrate. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be, so we're just working today. I'm just working on revealing it and collapsing as much as I can. Tomorrow, a lot more will collapse. Ahora siento, lo cuarentiento, ahora quiento. Okay, celebrate and get excited. Welcome. Okay. Uh, Imbalance, my inner joy making me creating circumstances that I will go down to my normal level again. Be grateful and celebrate. Celebrate. You want to know a secret? You might hate me for it, but did you know that celebrating wealth is one of the fastest way to sabotage it? Hmm. Like, yeah, you can be happy and joy, but if you're jumping around, getting excited, all of that, it's not normal. It's not normal for you, and you won't. It'll be like a one thing, like one and done. It's not normal. When you are neutral, like, yes, you can be happy and like, usually the first time it's like, yes, but when you want it to start being consistent, celebrating and getting just fuck yeah, yeah, yeah. No. When it's like, when your identity resonates with it and all of a sudden it starts happening, you're like, yeah, I knew that was normal. That, yeah. Mhm. But not trying to like suppress it. It's when it truly resonates as neutral. That's when you know it's right. Because it's just normal for you. There is no difference. It's like, whatever. Like, yeah, this is just my normal Tuesday. Oh my God, I totally read that. I was like, you're pooping bottles. Fuck. Stop popping bottles and expect it quarter every quarter bonus now. Okay. So, all right. Where in my life am I uncomfortable receiving money, help, gifts, compliments, love, support, opportunities, attention? Where is the main part? I want like the main one. You can have a few others, but where's the main area that you are uncomfortable receiving? Ahora siento lo corriente, ahora siento lo que te siente. Compliments, love. Ahora siento lo corriente. Money, gifts. Okay, I just gotta focus for a second, sorry. We're collapsing, revealing and collapsing. Money from work and love. Ahora siento lo corriente. Ahora quiete la siente. Mm, 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 mm. Appreciation, bribes, love the attention from men I am interested in. I know when you're not interested, you're just like, can you just go away? Just go over there. Okay, who did I learn to become around money? We're almost done. We're at the last couple questions with this part. Who did I learn to become around money? Quiet. Pleasing. Unseen. Okay. Content. Yes. Yes, there is a replay, and I will at the end of this, I'm actually going to give you guys a link because I want to edit this one today and get it up on the replay page. But there's going to be a seven days of replay after the 3 days. Always looking for it, the one who avoids financial responsibility. Not just one, not in a cult. My dead family members all died. Okay, perfect. All right. Next question. If my current money patterns could speak, what would they tell me they're trying to protect me from? And don't rush this one. If my current money patterns could speak, feel it, what would they tell me they're trying to protect me from? Overwhelm, wealth. Oh yeah, there's a replay, but that's why I said in the beginning, this is something you will want to come back to because what you resonate with today, you probably won't resonate in a few days, especially when right now we're collapsing a lot as you're telling me this stuff. You guys are bringing up the energy for me as you're answering these questions. So I have your guides, the Pleiadians and the Syrian Wealth Councils. They're all collapsing. And that's kind of the gist of what's happening today because then tomorrow we get to go into this even deeper. Being a target, containment, ruin, disloyal to the family members that died with no money. Ooh, these are deep. Being seen and being hurt. Yes, always evolving. Being used, losing it all. Beautiful. Making more than others. So if my current money pattern could speak, what would they tell me they're trying to protect me from? And just a reminder for in case someone came on that was not here earlier, if you comment on all 3 days, you show up live all 3 days, even if you're not fully present, it's fine. But if you comment, you there's a special thing at the end of the 3 days that I have only for those that showed up live but you have to comment so that I know you're here. Making more than others, being abused and killed. Remain lazy if I don't have money, can't do much. So don't do, oh, losing it all, being used, okay. And taken advantage of me from getting, burning out. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at you guys go. Okay. So here's the reality to your identity, okay? We're going to connect this because often we try to change the behavior without understanding what's underneath the behavior. So think about a pattern, like money never stays. Think about your pattern, okay? That's the visible reality. Money never stays, okay? But go underneath it. What behaviors contribute to it? Maybe when money comes in, I immediately spend it, right? We have, okay, remember seeing how we're bringing this together? When money comes in, I immediately spend it, right? Now go underneath again. When I play that out, what emotion is now present? Maybe having extra money actually creates tension, okay? Now, I want you to go underneath that. So there's their emotion. What's the belief? Maybe money disappears anyway. Or if I have money, someone will need it. You've all told me this in some ways or shape or form, like you've all had your own thing. So you know your belief. Or I don't trust myself with money. Okay. And underneath that, you have your identity. Maybe I'm brilliant at surviving without money, but I haven't yet learned how to feel normal having more. Right? Can you feel how different that is from I'm shit with money? One creates shame, the other creates awareness. You have just told me all of your patterns around money. Awareness gives us somewhere to go. So I want you to write this, okay? Another page. Reality. Maybe I'll put this into the chat so you can see exactly what I want. Reality, behavior, emotion, belief, identity. That's how that goes. Reality, behavior, emotion, belief, identity. That is everything that we have uncovered today. Now choose one repeating financial pattern from your life. What is the reality? What is the behavior that keeps happening? What emotion lives underneath it? What belief might be underneath that? You have this all written out. I told you, keep track, write it down. And who do you become in that pattern? I'm going to give you a few minutes to, okay? What is the reality? What behavior keeps happening? What emotion lives under it? What belief might be underneath that? And who do you become in that pattern? Siento lo corriente, la corriente. So I want to see it like that. What's your reality? What's the behavior? What's your emotion? What's your belief? What's your identity? I want it written out exactly like that. Siento lo corriente, lo corriente. And I would keep this in your notes, like in your journal for tomorrow. Okay? Because when you have that clarity, we can shift it. Let's look again. And tomorrow is recalibrate. Siento lo corriente, siento. Yeah, and I'm gonna have tomorrow be 2 hours as well, just because even if it ends up being 2 hours of healing, I realized that an hour was not enough. So I'm gonna put the replay up. So if you've come on late, don't worry. I'm gonna edit it when we get done because I want you guys to have it. So once it downloads from my cloud, I'll get it up and I'm gonna send you all a replay page. Siento lo corriente. Ahora siente la corriente aquí. And if you can do it before tomorrow, like if you haven't gotten a chance to go through all of it, it is a couple-hour process. If you have some time tonight or whatever time it is for you, and you have some time to sit and do it, please do it because then we can get a lot done tomorrow. And then once you do the replay, you're going to get it even deeper. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to focus on the collapse. So just get clear. And you might have multiple, if you wrote down multiple identities and they trigger different emotions, do the same thing. Reality, behavior, emotion, belief, identity. What is yours? Because you're taking yourself through a cycle where you're getting to the actual root of what's happening so that you can embody a new identity. Okay, struggling with your identity is not the end. I'm sorry. No, we don't play victim up in here. We are accepting that this is the identity that we have been living, and we're collapsing so that we can allow ourselves to step into a new identity, and that's where the change happens. That's why we had to go deep. Yes, it does. Oh, typo. Still, we ain't being victims up in here. But you know what? Even that, being in victim mentality, it's like, oh, I can't fucking stand victim mentality, honestly. But I can say that from someone, I've done it. I've been there. I've helped clients through it, and I've helped people transform and be out of it. Because why do you want to be there? And a lot of us don't, but we don't know how to get out of it. Here's how. You couldn't quite identify the identity. So do you want me to go over the identities again? Do you need that? Okay. Yeah. And you know what? We all have times in our lives where we are the victim. All right. Once you're done that part, we're going to go deeper. Let me go over the identities again. I'm just going to pull them up on my notes here. And then I want to go deeper. Okay. So I'm going to go through these a little faster. First identity is the hustler. The hustler believes if I want more, I have to do more. Then you have the hyper independent one. This identity says, I've got it. The scarcity protector. This one is be careful, don't spend, don't risk. What if something happens? Then you have the overgiver. This one can give beautifully, money, time, energy, support, but receiving uncomfortable. Then you have the prover. The prover has quietly connected achievement with worth. More success means I'm good enough, I'm valuable, I matter. Then you have the spender. Sometimes having extra money itself can create the discomfort. So money arrives and somehow disappears. Then you have the dreamer. The dreamer loves possibility, vision, manifestation, the future, but grounded action, decision, being seen, taking the risk. Procrastination until you never do it. Then you have the comfortable one. Things aren't terrible, but they're not what you really want either. They're predictable. Okay, now that we've done your identity patterns, so here's what I really want you to hear. Okay. Sometimes what looks like a money pattern, which is what you're discovering, isn't fundamentally about money. Underneath money, we can find safety, belonging, worth, control, receiving, visibility, trust, identity. You might have arrived here thinking, I need to fix my money. And I want you, I want you to begin to see maybe I've been trying to change the amount without understanding the version of me interacting with that amount, right? Two very different conversations. All right, because we're getting close to time. And actually, it's funny is everyone's energy is a lot higher than what we were in the beginning. So even though we've been going through the questions and everything, you're creating a lot more space. But I want you to close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart. And I want you to bring your awareness, the version of, bring into your awareness the version of yourself you've begun meeting today. The one who learned how to survive around money. Maybe they learned how to hustle, learned to not need anybody, learned to hold on tight, learned to give everything away, learned to have more, learned having more could be threatening or it could threaten belonging. Learned that receiving came with conditions, learned that success meant pressure, learned that money meant conflict, Learned that struggle was simply normal. Okay. Don't try to get rid of that version of you. Don't fight that version of you. Just notice that version of you. Okay. And sit with that version of you. And internally ask, what have you been trying to protect me from? Don't force an answer. Let whatever comes come. Just sit with this. What have you been trying to protect me from? We're going to heal that. Arasientara kientore, arasientole lankorandientara kioshintientara ko. Hallelujah, retiatara sientore ki, arakientore shientara kiento. Hallelujah, hallelujah, kiento, arasientara korandiento. Ay, la lectora, aria sientore ko. Siento. Have that in your mind now, you know. And I want you to hug this version of you. Just visualize yourself hugging that version. Thank them. Look how far they got you. Arasientore, entientore, arasientara kios siente. Thank them for protecting you. Thank them for getting you this far. Thank them for being present with you. But now I want you to tell them it's okay now. You're safe. I'm safe. You got me to this point, and I'm so grateful for that. But unfortunately, you're not who can get me to the next level, the next version of me. So I'm lovingly releasing you now. And what I want you to visualize is the divine, highest of divine light coming down and lovingly removing that version from you. You don't need to be protected in this way anymore because it's safe for the next version of you to step in and take you on the next journey of your life. Everything that comes with it, all the contracts, vows, and oaths, seen and unseen, we're going to mark them all as complete with this version of you. Download any usable lessons and lovingly release them. Ahora siento siéntele que, ahora siéntele quientele corrotietela. Ahora siéntele corrantiendo recorro, ahora siéntele quietura siente. Niendo recorrotietela lantera aquí. all those pieces, all those fragments of energy lovingly being released, the belief systems, the emotions. And we're just going to allow you that space to grieve that version of you. Let the emotion come out. Have gratitude for all that they've brought you through. Siento rendiente. They no longer are able to carry you to the next part of your journey. Mm. Good. Feel that release. Now, because we don't want you thinking, oh, well, who am I now? Which does take time. We're just going to call in the highest available version of you. Allow them to step into your space. They are the next version of you. So I want you to notice the difference in their energy, the way they present themselves, how they show up. Just feel them standing in front of you. More light, more expanded. I want you to hug them. Hug that highest available version of you. As you hug them, they help you process the grief, the emotions, the fear, anything that comes with the unknown. They've got you. You are completely supported. And you're supported because now that version of you, that highest available version of you, is merging into your energy, into your body, becoming you. Upgrade your grid systems. Now that we've collapsed the old, everything needs to upgrade according to this highest available version of you. Upgrading the codes running through your field. Anchoring you into a new identity, a new version of you. And now we're going to collapse your old timelines. Good. Collapsing your love timelines, your health timelines, your wealth timelines, if you have a business or job, those timelines, and your general timelines, just collapsing all of them. They're now outdated because they are all associated with an old version of you. I'm just going to bring fate in. This big, scary rock being that was the holder to the doors of realities, of different earths. And he's just going to now open a door to your next highest available reality. Because the old one can no longer support you. Just allowing him to shift you, opening that door, crossing the bridge. And he's just letting you know you cannot come back. You have outgrown that reality. Now you go forward with ease and grace. We're just going to anchor you in, ground you into the new highest available reality. Siento corriente rasciate. Ore arrasiente arrocorrotiente rasciuntiela. Mm. Good. We're just going to call all your energy now into this new reality, into the present, in your new reality, completely anchor you in. And we're going to allow your energy to feel supported, loved, and expanded. Good. Pulling all your energy from any situations, time, place, dimension, world, reality, anything, all your energy back to you now, blessed, filled with love, and transmuted into unconditional love. Good. Oh. All back into the present in your new highest available reality. Now we're going to bring in your highest available love timeline into your highest available wealth timeline. Bring in your highest available business or job timeline, your highest available health timeline, your highest available general timeline. And they just merge all together, becoming one. So you're at the highest available version of yourself in all areas of your life right now. Good. Just fully anchoring that in, bringing in the timelines that you jump across, all anchored in. Beautiful. We're just going to send everybody's energy back to them completely so that we're not sharing energy anymore. Blessed, filled with love, and transmuted into unconditional love. Good. And anyone that may be corded in or attached to you in some kind of way, we're just going to dissolve those cords and heal any tears that might be in your aura. We're just going to heal that so your energy is no longer leaking and being siphoned. You are in your own energy, in your own power. And I want you to say that now. I call all my power back to me now. I call all my power back to me now. I call all my power back to me now. Say it out loud if you can, or in your mind. You can tap your thymus, which is right here, and say it. I call all my power back to me now. I call all my power back to me now. I call all my energy back to me now. I call all my energy back to me now. I call all my energy back to me now. Blessed, filled with love, and transmuted. Ahora siento raquiente rasciente. And we're just going to finish the final upgrade. Now they're activating your grid systems. You have so much space in your energy now. Now we can activate. Good. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that we're just going to crank up all your vibrations so your vibrations at a much higher level and you're supported. Beautiful, beautiful. just gonna do my checks. Is everybody in the present? In their bodies? Are they sharing energy still? To them now, in their power, in their highest level reality, and their highest level timelines. Is this healing for today complete? Beautiful. Are they the highest available version of them now? Beautiful. And it's the old identity fully collapsed. Beautiful. Good. All right. When you're ready, open your eyes. Come back to. How do you feel? Good. Incredibly expansive. You're so welcome. Sleepy. Yeah. So definitely a deep one for your beautiful relieved. Thank you so much. Feel lighter. Good. You're so welcome, you guys. Okay, I do have the link for the replay. Now, if you didn't get to do the full process and you want to go in again, or if you know that you have multiple identities that you want to take the time to really dive into, then I'm going to make sure you have this link. Okay, let me grab it. The video's not up yet, so it just has like a whatever one my site has. So don't be alarmed when you look at it and you're like, what the fuck is that? They don't see anything. Okay. And the 7 days does start after the 3 days of the lives, okay? For the replay later, I feel like I need a nap. Thank you very much. You're so welcome. Thank you. Bring us more. Yes. Tomorrow is going to be very deep. Oh, thank you. I love what I do too. I love getting to help people. Okay, here is the link with the replay. It's not up now, but it'll be up. I will send out an email when it is up. Okay, let me pull this up now. Now, I do have a couple, like I have 3 offers for you, and then you might be surprised by one of them. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, let me share this with you. Okay, there we go. So, your next level does not end here. We still have 2 more days to go, but they're here. I wanted to share with you 3 ways you can work with me. So this one's the main way. What I'm doing right now is the Quantum Wealth Channeling Program. Now, I do teach how to channel. I have another program where I do 9 months. This is only a 4-month program, okay? This is teaching you to channel with your wealth counsel, your business counsel. It's not specified just around business. It is around wealth. As you noticed, wealth does not just mean money, okay? So this is a deep transformational program that we're doing. I'm teaching you a lot how to do the identity work, how to do a lot of things. So this is 4 months. I'm teaching you different, and I channeled this one from the Syrian and the Pleiadian wealth councils, and they even taught me a different way to channel. And I'm going to teach you that. Okay, so this is 4 months, 2497, like 2,497. It starts September 1st. So this is most of what I do is in programs. So if you really want to work with me and like massively change, it's fun. Channeling is fun. We kick ass, you know? The second way, or I guess I thought I had them all lined up. So we're going to go into your wealth identities, quantum channeling, receiving an energetic capacity. I have, even though I've had students in my other program, this is like the next level up. It can be either or, really. It can be a standalone or the next level up. This is different than what I've previously taught. Nervous system expansion, self-trust, intuition, multidimensional healing, wealth consciousness, embodiment, and integration. So 4 months, real integration, a new way of being. Then this one, I'm going to be honest with you, there are only 3 spots left. That's it. Okay. This is 5 hours of healing with me. Last time we did it, it was fucking epic. And after this one, I decided to do it one more time at the $777. That is lower than what I normally do. The next time it's going up. I won't do it at this price again. There's only 3 spots left. And that's it. Once it's sold out because there's only 5 spots available and 2 have already been filled. I would have probably already had it filled, but because I moved, my identity shifted and everything was chaos. And so things just did not have the same flow that I usually have. So 3 spots left. Once it's done, it's done. It's because it's 5 hours and I go deep, deep, deep with you guys. And then the final one is the intuitive income reset. So this is a smaller start, okay? So this is reconnect with your intuition and uncover your next line income move without overthinking. So this is also, if you want to learn a little bit, like it's just a little, it's kind of like meditation, some healing, and you can upgrade through it. But this is channeling with one, I can't remember what guide specifically it is, but there's one on your wealth council, I believe, that will help you go to your next level. So this is only $7. It is, I obviously had to have a cheaper way to work with me. So those are the 3 options, and you get instant access, like it's done, it's recorded, you go through it. It is buildable. So like there's 3 offers that go with it that are all quite cheap. And they all build on one another. Everything that I've done builds. So like even if you do the quantum wealth channeling, I do have things that go with it that are not on this page, that are on the replay page. If you click it, it'll take you to the sales page. And there's a bunch of things that you get with it. Like we're doing I think a wealth blueprint. You get a healing. I think we're doing 5 hours of healing. I'm not 100% sure on that. And that'll be a little bit later. So there's quite a bit that you get with it. And I help you shift so that you're actually bringing in money. So depending on which one you go. So basically there's Quantum Wealth Channeling, which is 4 months with me. Then you have Quantum Wealth Calibration Intensive, and I will kick your ass, I promise. I'm sorry, I'm a slight bit savage when it comes to healing, especially when I have 5 hours to go deep. Oh yeah, baby, we're gonna go deep. 3 spots only, and then the Intuitive Income Reset, which is $7. Okay, hold on, let me. And all of those offers are on this page here. Okay, so you don't need separate links. Now just make sure, or I guess in the email, you will get, if you're not receiving my emails, let me know, but on the page that you saved with the Zoom link, you'll need that. And then this page is where the replays are. So, and it's the same Zoom link every single day. Okay. Oh, my nose. It wants to run because we've been doing all the energy work. Oh, all right, my loves. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here with me. And remember, come live. Make sure you comment all 3 days. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You're so welcome. Have a lovely day too. Bye.